If the saddle point exists, that will give the value of the game. If the saddle point does not exist, go for the optimal strategy method. Maximin is not equal to minimax, so saddle point does not exist. So this can be solved using graphical method. Suppose if the given matrix is of the form n into 2, n rows and 2 columns, then the upper envelope is considered. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of our Operation Research class. I am Mr. Niranjan, Faculty, Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Now today I am going to discuss regarding very important and easiest concept in game theory to solve the game of a matrix using graphical method. Now graphical method. So in graphical method, it is assumed that there is no saddle point. If there is no saddle point, then that problem, the game matrix can be solved using graphical method. So if there is no saddle point, that means the value of minimax and maximin are not equal, then there is no saddle point. Such a matrix in a game can be solved using the graphical method. Still, this graphical method is restricted only to 2 rows and m, 2 into m or n into 2 matrix only. So here we can convert the matrix into 2 rows, 2 columns. So that can be solved by ordinary method. Now, the graphical method of solving 2 rows into n column or m rows 2 column gives, that is 2 into 2 matrix. So the graphical method is one of the techniques employed to reduce both 2 rows m game as well as m into 2. So the graphical method is one of the technique which is employed to solve or to reduce both 2 into m or m into 2 games into 2 rows 2 column matrices, so that the solution can be easily obtained by the mixed strategy. So here the given matrix, that is m into 2 or 2 into n, this can be converted into 2 rows 2 columns, that is a square matrix of order 2, and this can be solved easily using the mixed strategy method. So using mixed strategy method, these problems can be easily solved. So let us come to a problem. Let me explain in detail how we are going to solve a game using graphical method. Now let us come to the problem. This is an important problem. You may expect this type of question for 7 or 8 marks. Now let us draw the graph. Now what is the problem given here? So for the player A, let me write. So this is A and B. What is A contains? 1, 3, 12, 1, 3 and 12. B contains 8, 5, 2. Okay. Now let us draw the graph. So let us represent here A1, A2 and this vertical line is A1 and this vertical line is A2. Let us draw the points. Start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 12 maximum. On the right hand side also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 12. Now let us draw the lines. So match from 1 to 8. 1 to 8. This is 1 and 8. 1 to 8. So just draw a straight line which will intersect these 2 points 1 to 8. Again similarly 3 and 5. So A1 is 3, 3 and here it is 5, 5 on A2. So this is 5. Just draw a line. This is A1. So 1 to 8 and again 3 to 5. Now similarly the last 12 to 2. 12 to 2. So this is 12 and 2. Now draw the straight line. So that is from 1 to 8. Again from 3 to 5. Draw a straight line. Again from 12 to 2. Now just see here. Now find out the maximum point. So here how to find the maximum point? This is a lower envelope. The maximum value in the lower envelope will give the value of the game. So here the maximum value in the lower envelope, that is nothing but the highest point in the lower envelope. Maximum point is nothing but the highest. See, this is the lower envelope. So in the lower envelope, the highest value is, this is the highest value. So this is the highest value. Okay. Now this value is intersected by the lines. What are the lines intersecting these values? So that is this B2 as well as the line B3. See, this line B3 and B2 are the line intersecting these 2 points, whereas we don't have any intersection for this B1. So therefore, the lines B2 and B3 are considered here. Okay. Now therefore, the strategies B1 is rejected, whereas B2 and B3 are selected. So the strategies B2 and B3 are selected, whereas B1 is rejected. So we are going to reject the B1. Okay. Therefore, what is the resultant matrix we will have? The resultant matrix will be B2 and B3. B2 and B3 is nothing but these two. That is 3, 5 and 12, 2. Whereas A1 and A2. Now the resultant matrix will be B2 and B3. So this is of the form 2 rows and 2 columns. Now let us solve this using the analytical method as usual. Now therefore, the matrix, let us consider this A1, A2, that is 3, 12 and 5, 2. This is B2 and B3. Now this can be solved using analytical method. Now find out the saddle point. If the saddle point exists, then that will give the value of the game. If the saddle point does not exist, we have to go for the simplification further, right? Let us find row minima. Row minima, what is row minimum? This is 3 and here it is 2. Row minimum. Find out the value of row minimum. In the first row, the minimum value is 3 and the second row minimum value is 2. Then find out the maximum in this minimum. Maximin. The maximum in this is 3. Maximum in minima is 3. Now similarly find out the column maximum. Column maximum. The maximum value in the first column is 5 and the maximum value here it is 12. Find out the maximum value. Column maximum. Then after finding the column maximum, find out the minimum value in the maximum. So minimax, minimum value is 5. 5 is the minimum value. See here, maximin is not equal to minimax. That means here maximin is 3 and this is equal to 5. That means there is no saddle point. No saddle point. Saddle point does not exist for this. Now just find out the values of P1, P2, Q1 and Q2 and simplify. That will give the value of the game. That's it. Okay. Find out the value of P1. We know what is P1. P1 is equal to, if this is a matrix, A, B, C, D. Then how to solve P1 is equal to D into C divided by A into D, A plus D minus B plus C. Right. So D minus C divided by A plus D minus C plus B. Simplify this. What is D here? A is equal to 3, B is equal to 12, C is equal to 5, D is equal to 2. Simplify here. D is 2 minus C is 5 divided by A plus D, 3 plus 2 minus C plus B, 12 plus 5. So this is equal to minus 3 divided by 3 plus 2 is 5, 12 plus 5 is 17. So this is minus 3 divided by 5 minus 17 is minus 12. So this can also be written as 3 by 12, 3 ones are 3 fours are. So therefore P1 is equal to 1 by 4. P1 is equal to 1 by 4. Okay. Now find out P2. P2 is equal to 1 minus P1, that is 1 minus 1 by 4, that's equal to 3 by 4. So P2 is equal to 3 by 4. After finding the saddle point, if the saddle point does not exist, then we will go for a mixed strategy method. Find out the value of P1 and P2. P1 is equal to D minus C by A plus D minus C plus B, that is equal to 1 by 4. And Q2 is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. Okay. Let us find out Q2 and Q3. Find out the value of Q2. Now Q2 as usual, instead of D minus B it is D minus B, it is instead of D minus C, D minus B divided by the denominator is A plus D minus B plus C or C plus B. So this is equal to D. What is D? D is nothing but 2 minus B. What is B? 12. 2 minus 12 divided by denominator is same, 3 plus 2 minus 12 plus 5. What is this equal to? So this is minus 10 divided by 5 minus 17. Minus 10 divided by minus 12. So this is 10 by 12. So this can be divided using 2. 2 5s are 2 6 are 5 by 6. So Q2 is equal to 5 by 6. Now find out the value of Q3. Q3 is equal to, now here Q2 is equal to 5 by 6. Therefore Q3 is equal to 1 minus 5 by 6. That is nothing but 6 is LCM. 6 minus 5 is 1 by 6. Q3 is equal to 1 by 6. Okay, these are the values of P1, P2, Q2 and Q3. Right. Now, write down the optimal strategy for the two players. So, after finding the values of P1 and P2, Q2 and Q3, find out the optimal strategy for the player A and player B. Now, the optimal strategy for the player A is optimal strategy for the player A. Optimal strategy for player A is, so that is SA, A1, A2. So that is nothing but, what is that? P1, P2, that is 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. This is the optimal strategy for the player A. Similarly, the optimal strategy for the player B. Optimal strategy for player B will be SB, that's equal to B1, B2, B3. So B1 is 0 and B1, B2, B3 is nothing but Q1, Q2 and Q3. That is Q2 is 5 by 6 and Q3 is equal to 1 by 6. That is 5 by 6 and 1 by 6. So these are the optimal strategies for players A and B. Now let us write down the value of the game. Now the value of the game is given by write down the formula for the value of the game. That is A into D minus BC. A into D minus BC divided by, denominator is same. That is A plus D minus B plus C. That's it. Now A into D. What is A into D? What is A? A is 3 into D. 3 into 2 minus B into C. 12 into 5 divided by, denominator is same, 3 plus 2 minus 12 plus 5. Same, AD minus BC divided by A plus D minus B plus C. That's it. Now this is equal to 3 to the 6 minus 6, 12 5s are 60 divided by 5 minus 17. So 6 minus 60 is minus 54 divided by minus 12. What is this equal to? 54 by 12. Divide it. If you divide by 6, 9 6 are, again 6 9s are, 6 2s are. So therefore the value of the game is equal to 9 by 2. That's it. So 9 by 2 is the value of the game. Hope you followed. So this is how we are going to solve using graphical methods. Here we are going to represent the points on the graph to find out the value, the maximum point using the lower and the upper envelope. That's it. Let us take one more problem. Solve the following game with the payoff matrix of A given in the table. This is the matrix given. That is A, player B, player A, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2 and B3. What are the values? Minus 2, 3, minus 3, 5, 0, minus 1, 2 and minus 4. Now as usual, just find out the saddle point. If the saddle point exists, that will give the value of the game. If the saddle point does not exist, go for the optimal strategy method. Now let us find out the saddle point for this problem. Now first find out row minimum. Start here itself. Row minimum. What is row minimum in this? The row minimum is minus 2. Here it is minus 1. Again minus 3 and minus 4. Row minima is minus 2, minus 1, minus 3 and minus 4. Now find out the maximum in this row. Maximum in this minimum. Maximin. What is the maximum value? Minus 1 is the maximum value. Minus 1 is the maximum value. Similarly, find out the column maximum first. Column maximum. Column maximum. In the first column, the maximum value is 5. In the second column, the maximum value is 2. The column maximum. Now, find out the minimum value in this maximum value. That is minimax. Minimum value in the maximum is 2. This is 2. See, my 2 and minus 1 are not equal. Minus 1 is not equal to 2. That means saddle point does not exist. Saddle point does not exist. That means no saddle point, because maximin is not equal to minimax, so saddle point does not exist. So this can be solved using graphical method. Since this is of the form n into 2, so therefore upper envelope is considered. The given problem is of the form, what is the problem here? 2 rows and 3 columns. So this is 2 into n, therefore we are going to consider the lower envelope first. Now let us write the graph. Now minus 2, yes, here the value of 0, here is 0, it is 0, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. Similarly, 0 is here, 0, it is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, A, B1 and B2. Now, let us draw the graph. What is this? Minus 2, I will write here, minus 2, 3, minus 3 and 5, then 0, minus 1, 0, minus 1, 2 and minus 4. Now, this is B1 and B2. Now, minus 2 to 0. Where is minus 2? This is minus 2 to 0. Join minus 2 and 0. See here, this is minus 2. Yes, minus 2 and 0. Draw a straight line between minus 2 and 0. Just minus 2 and 0. This is the straight line we are going to get. Next, 3 and minus 1. 3 and this is minus 1. So, this is the line 3 and minus 2, the second line 3 and minus 2. And similarly, minus 3 and plus 2. Minus 3, this is minus 3 and plus 2. Here it is. This is the line. Okay. Now, and the last one 5 and minus 4. 5 and minus 4. So, these 2 points. So, this is the graph we are going to get. Now, since this given matrix is of order, this is n into 2. So, therefore, since the given matrix is of the form n into 2, therefore, we are going to consider the upper envelope minimax value. That is nothing but the lower value in the upper envelope is considered. So, this is the upper envelope. The lower value is, this is the lower value in the upper envelope. Now, this will be obtained by the intersection of the lines. What are the lines intersect for this? Observe carefully. Now, since this is A1, A2, A3 and A4, A1, what is A1? Minus 2 to 0. This is A1. So, actually this is A1 and A3. Now, we are obtaining the point between A3, this line, A3 and this A2. Okay. See, these are the 2 lines, A2 and A3. Right. Okay. This is shifted here. Now, therefore, the optimal strategy is obtained by A2 and A3. Now, let us write down the matrix for the player B, and this is for the player A. Okay. Here it is B1 and B2. The player A is nothing but A2 and A3. Okay. So, what are the values of A2? A2 is nothing but 3 minus 1. 3 and minus 1. A3 is equal to minus 3 and 2. Minus 3 and 2. Now, as usual, find out the saddle point, whether saddle point exists or not. Now, find out row minima. Row minimum is given by the row minimum is minus 1 and minus 3. Find out the maximum value in this row minimum. So, the maximin, that is maximin. What is the maximum value here? It is minus 1. Similarly, find out the column maximum. What is column maximum? Maximum value is plus 3 and plus 2. And find out the minimum value in this maximum value. Minimum in this maximum value is 2. See here, maximin is not equal to minimax. That is, what is maximin? Minus 1 is not equal to. So, therefore, there is no saddle point. Saddle point does not exist. Okay. Again, this can be solved using mixed strategy method. Find out the value of P2, P3, Q1 and Q2. That's it. Now, what is given here? The matrix is 3, minus 1, minus 3 and 2. This is nothing but A, B, C, D. Now, let us find out P2 first. P2 is equal to, as usual formula. What is the formula? D minus C divided by A plus D minus B plus C. Right. Simplify this. What is A here? A is equal to 3, B is equal to minus 1, C is equal to minus 3, D is equal to 2. Substitute D is 2 minus C minus 3 divided by A. A is 3 plus D. D is equal to 2. 3 plus 2 minus B. What is B? Minus 1. C is equal to minus 3. So this is 2 plus 3 divided by 5 minus of minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. So this is 2 plus 3 divided by 5 plus 4. So this is nothing but 5 divided by 9. 5 by 9. So this is P2. P2 is equal to 5 by 9. Now find out P3. Therefore P3 is equal to 1 minus P2. That is 1 minus 5 by 9. Take LCM 9. 9 minus 5. So P3 is equal to 4 by 9. Therefore here P2 is equal to 5 by 9 and P3 is equal to 4 by 9. These are the values of P2 and P3. Okay. Find out the value of Q1. Q1 is equal to, as usual, instead of D minus C, it is D minus B divided by denominator is A plus D minus B plus C. Simplify this. What is this equal to? D minus B. D is 2 minus B. B is equal to minus 1 divided by denominator 3 plus 2 minus B plus C. Minus 1 minus 1. Minus 1 minus 3. So this is 2 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 4. This is equal to 3 by 9. This is equal to 1 by 3. Right. Now Q1 is equal to 1 by 3. Therefore Q2 is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3. This is equal to 2 by 3. So therefore the optimal strategies, for the player A and B are, the optimal strategies for the player A and B are, for the player A, A1, A2, A3, A4. So A1 is 0 and A4 is also 0. A2 and A3. What is A2 and A3? That is nothing but 5 by 9 and 4 by 9. This is 5 by 9 and 4 by 9. Okay. The optimal strategy for player is A1, A2, A3, A4. A1 and A4 are 0. A2 and A3 is 5 by 9 and 4 by 9. This is 5 by 9. Similarly for the player B. What is it? B1 and B2. B1 and B2. What is B1? B1 is 1 by 3 and B2 is equal to 2 by 3. So these are the optimal strategies for a player A and a player B. Okay. Now find out the value of the game. As usual, the value of the game is, the value of the game B is equal to same A into D, AD minus BC divided by denominator is same A plus D minus B plus C. Write down this value. That is V is equal to A into D. A into D. 3 into 2 is 6 minus B into C. Minus 1 into minus 3 is minus into minus plus divided by the denominator is same 5 plus 4. This is equal to 3 by 9. That's equal to 1 by 3. That's it. So therefore, the value of the game is 1/3. This is how we are going to solve using graphical method. That's all. Okay. Hope you followed. These are important type problems. You may expect one question from this. Okay. While drawing the graph, just represent the points by a straight line and check whether the given matrix is of the form 2 into n, 2 rows and n column, means the highest point of the lower envelope is considered. So the highest point in the lower envelope, we are going to consider the lower envelope, in that the highest point. Suppose if the given matrix is of the form n into 2, n rows and 2 column, then the upper envelope is considered. That is, the lowest value in the upper envelope is considered and the remaining can be solved using mixed strategy method. That is how we are going to find out the value of a game. Okay, that's all for today's session. Let us meet with the different concept in the next session. Thank you very much.